Hey girl, you want to go on an unprotected ride in my new Tesla? Yeah, I don't have clear bra and I don't have tint, so we're gonna burn ourselves. It's gonna be a really good time. Yeah, it's the car that the rappers like to sing about. Yeah, it was expensive because I didn't file for any rebates or anything, so I'm paying full price and I'm not taking advantage of what my country or state offers. Wait, where are you going? It's over here. Oh. What's up, you guys? My name is Taylor. This is EV Electric. I hope you guys enjoyed that little skit before. I was laughing when I made it, when I thought of it in my head. Anyways, so you guys just got your new Tesla. You guys watched the video before and you followed those steps. Now you got it. Now what do you do? Well, this is what we do. As always, table of contents down below. That's gonna show the time code and the description of what I talk about. Second of all, if you are not subscribed, like 95% of you aren't, I encourage you to do so. We're gonna have an awesome time on this channel. We're gonna have so much fun. You guys are gonna learn a lot, see a lot. Let's get it going. Click that subscribe button, join the crew. If you don't go through the right steps when you first get your car, you could screw yourself. So let's go over them right now. And before we start, I wanna touch up that a lot of this stuff is like stuff from before the first video and it's continuing on to this video. So if you guys haven't watched that one, well, if you already have the car, just watch this one. But if you don't have the car, go watch that first one because you don't have the car, so this doesn't apply to you. Now, into number one. You guys saw that first step. This is the time where you get that electrician out here to install your plug. It's important though to install your plug in just the right spot. The farther you go from your breaker box, the more expensive it's gonna be. And obviously the wrong plug you get, you're not gonna charge correctly or whatever, I wanna show you guys how I strategically planned out my charging. And you guys can see here that I have it plugged in the garage, but if someone were to be in the garage or something's in the way or whatever, I can also back up and charge my car outside of the garage as well. So it's important if you guys can, set it up where you can charge in the next spot over or outside or inside, so I have 3 different places that I can charge my car off that one plug location because of how I strategically planned it out and the length of the 20-foot cord. Also, another thing, you guys want to get that NEMA 1450 plug because that comes with your car with the charger. That is and you should get a 50 amp 240 volt. That will charge your car at about like 28 or 24 miles per hour. That should be perfect to charge your car all the way up overnight. And yes, that's number one. Second step can go along with first one is you should go and get clear bra now, because a lot of stuff can happen to this car. The paint is fairly weak and the front face of it takes a beating with rocks and all this stuff. So when you're scrubbing it hard, you're risking scratching it, risking getting rock chips and stuff. So what I recommend, this is totally optional, I did it, I love it, a lot of people do it, is to get clear bra on your car. And that is a urethane film that is installed over your paint. It's clear, you barely notice it if it's installed right, and it'll protect your car. You can rub it really hard, it's self-healing, nothing will happen. You can, rub a lot roughly at those bugs that will collect on the front, and it makes your life a lot easier. My tip for clear bra is don't overdo it if you don't want to. Clear brawing the whole car is awesome, mostly if you have a darker color. It's ridiculously expensive and honestly you don't really need it. What I recommend is to do the whole front end, so that would be the fenders, the hood, the front bumper, and the headlights and fog lights. That way any rocks that come and hit will only break your windshield. Your front end clear bra should cost you, at least in the US and on the West Coast, should cost you around anywhere between $1,000 and about $1,700. Don't wash your car for like 2 to 3 days. This is a wet installation, and if you get this car wet again after doing the clear bra, you are bringing up the clear bra because it's wet installed and you squeegee the water out. So why would you put water back on it if that makes sense? So just don't wash it for a couple days. and leave it in the sun to let that water evaporate out. This should take anywhere between a couple hours to a whole day, depending on how busy they are. You shouldn't really need to leave your car overnight for this. Number 3, you guys set it all up in the last video. This is the time where you could go and turn in your old car, get some more of that cash money to pay for that clear bra and tint and all that stuff. Number 4 here, this one's gonna be very beneficial for you. This is learn how to wash your car correctly. The paint is very weak on this car, and if you are gonna wash it, or if someone else is gonna wash it, you at least wanna know how to wash it yourself correctly, or be able to know what you're paying for if you're paying for a correct wash. Another thing that I recommend is to touchless wash your car as much as you can, unless if it is absolutely filthy dirty. So kind of a thing that I go through is I wash my car about 4 times a month, usually once a week or so. And I try and do 3 touchless washes and maybe 1 hand wash through that month. The least you touch your car, the better. Mostly if it's a dark car. If it's a lighter car, you probably won't even see any swirl marks or anything. But know this now, because if you figure this out in a year, you're too late and your car is gonna look like shit. Number 5, this is what research you've done in the past for video 1. It is now time to execute that research, and this is the time when you're gonna get on the correct tier for your electric bill. This is when you wanna qualify for all your rebates, your HOV stickers in California, so you can get in that HOV lane. You guys did the research on that, so you guys know what your state or country offers for incentives, cash back, or whatever. Literally in California, I got a check for $2,500, and I literally used that to pay for the clear bra and my tint. Don't be like that dude who is standing over here trying to get a girl with that super expensive car with no rebates or anything. Also, while you're on the electric company's website, when you figure out your tier that you're in, this is the perfect time to figure out your super off-peak hours so you can plug in at the right time and not be overcharged for your electric bill. On to number 6 here. This is the longevity of your car. Your battery is the most important thing, the most fragile thing in your car, so to say. And if you don't treat it correctly, you're just ruining the life of your car. So to answer the question, I just got this car, how do I make it last as long as possible? Well, you start from the beginning, so I'm glad you're watching this video. I recommend to check out videos on battery degradation. I have one, I'll put it somewhere over here. And it's gonna talk about what % you need to charge to and some healthy habits you should do with your car. If you start these at day 1, by the time you get to like 100,000 miles, you should be in a pretty good situation and you won't have anything to worry about because you've built these great habits. I encourage you to check out a video or article on that. Number 7 here, this is window tint. You did clear bra to protect your car. Now you should get tint to protect your interior and yourself, which is super important. I have very pale skin, as you can see, so tint was a big one for me. I had to get that as soon as possible. I literally would get sunburned driving on the freeway during sunset going south, and it'd burn me. Get that tint as soon as possible. It's gonna help you guys a ton. It's gonna keep your car cooler. Your car is a fishbowl. There's a lot of glass on it. There's a lot of ways for sun to get in and heat to get in. Another note for this is I'd recommend you guys to get a sunshade that goes over the front windshield. I'll link the one I have in the description. Not a promotion or anything, I just love this one. I'm talking so fast, I'm sorry. The caffeine is strong today, as you guys can see. I'll slow down, I'm sorry. On that note as well, I have a video on tint I'll put up here as well. And I recommend somewhere around 30% for tint. I think that's a great way to go not too dark, not too light, and offer the great heat rejection, skin protection, all that kind of stuff there. So tint combined with your sunshade is gonna do one important thing while you're not in the car. That is gonna keep the temperature on the inside low, which is gonna not cause damage, but it's actually gonna reduce your battery usage, because if you have overheat protection on, if your car goes over 105 degrees, you'll be running your AC quite often and it'll kill your battery, mostly if you're parked outside at work for like 8 hours. Number 8, this is the second to last one. This is kind of a good one to do, and most of you guys will do this. So go on to that screen that's taking over your dashboard and start clicking on everything and customize it to yourself. Get your seat setting, do all that, whatever. But there's a few important things I want you to do. And the first one is go to navigation, put in your address and your work address, this helps you, you can literally just swipe on the search bar and you will be able to go to your address a lot faster than sitting there typing it in. And the next thing would be is go down the line and go to navigate on autopilot, summon, home link, and just put all your information in there and do all your preferences. And finally, number 9, after all these tedious things you have to go and do to your car, my last tip to you is, now that your car is protected, now that you have everything figured out, go and have some fun with it. Go on a drive, go beat on the car for a little bit. Trust me, it's worth it. You'll get to know the car, you'll get to have fun. Go show your friends the car and all this crazy stuff. And another important thing is, because you went into those groups and followed some Tesla influencers or whatever in the past video, why don't you go to a Tesla meet and meet some of these people and show them your new car? And you might learn something, and they might learn something, and you might have some fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful through the hell of a process of getting a Tesla, give this video a big thumbs up and consider subscribing if you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I talk so fast.